Namaste, children. Welcome back. This is your English online class for Standard 5. This is chapter 15 IEO, spoken and written expression, and it deals with punctuation. Spoken and written expression and punctuation. Um, this deals with grammar as well as the situation matters a lot. You have to understand the question, then only you can choose the correct option. Okay, you have to read some 2 3 times, understand and find out the answer. It's all easy. Okay, let's begin. Look here. What is the first topic given here? Can you read? Yes, read, children. Choose the best response from the given options. The first question is, Simar only thinks about herself. Simar is a person. Must be a girl. Okay, Simar only thinks about herself. So you have 4 options to judge that girl based on this sentence, based on this character. She thinks about herself. I'm afraid you're sad. It's nice of her to do so. Oh, she's so mean. It's good to see you. Okay, imagine some 2 friends are talking about another friend who is Simmer. And one person says, Simmer only thinks about herself. So what would be the reply of the other friend? Okay, listen to this. Check this. Thinks about herself. If a person is going to think about himself or herself all the time, not worried about others, so that person is called a very, very mean person. Okay, not so good character. That's not a good attitude. We have to think about others also. Is it not, children? So pick up the correct answer now. Very good. Answer. Oh, she's so mean. Very good, children. Here is number 2. I have lost my job. So what would be the reply if a person says, I have lost my job? How would you react to this person, to your friend? I have lost my job. In a worried tone, the friend says. And your reply should be, I feel so miserable. Now I am asking, my employer was generous. I have another question which will suit the place. Think. Very good. I feel so miserable. Okay, you also worry for your friend. That's a meaning. Okay, remaining answers will not suit the place. Now, look here, third one. Can you solve this puzzle? Someone is asking you this question. Can you solve this puzzle? What should be your reply? Will you say this? Why can't you? This is so rude. You cannot say this. Why can't you do? Why are you asking me to solve the puzzle? Okay, you should not say this. I can try. Show me. Okay, let's see. I'm so scared. Will you say, I'm so scared I'll not do this? No. You don't need to see this. Will you tell your friend, why are you seeing this puzzle? Close the puzzle? No. So the correct option is very good, children. Can you solve this puzzle? I can try. Show me. This is the best way of replying. Okay, children? Right. Okay, now read the question and come to a conclusion of the situation. Someone says like this, Mohit, I'm just reaching the office. You'll have to wait another 10 minutes. Okay. Mohit, I'm just reaching the office. You'll have to wait another 10 minutes. What could be the situation? What I feel is, children, you might have your own different ideas. What I feel here is, someone got a call from phone call from Mohit. Okay, and the person says, I'm just reaching office, I'm driving, please wait, give me another 10 minutes. This is what I feel. You can have your own different ideas, but different ideas should not give a wrong situation. Okay, situation should be suitable for this sentence. And what would be the reply of Mohit? That's okay, I'm not in a hurry. Oh, I would love. That wasn't very nice. That's a good thing. What would be polite reply for this? Got it? Very good, children. That's okay. I'm not in a hurry. I'll wait for you. You just reach office, settle down, and then you call. Right? Okay. Now let's move on to question number 5. I'm afraid I won't be able to come to school, come to office tomorrow. I'm afraid I won't be able to come to office tomorrow. Your friend is telling you, you and your friend, both of you are working in the same office, and your friend says, I'm afraid I won't be able to come to office tomorrow. So, what would be your reply to your friend? Look here, your boss will be pleased with you. If you take leave, your boss will be pleased with you. Is it so? Never ever this will happen. Oh, oh well, never mind. We'll see you the day after tomorrow. It's okay, no problem. We'll meet the day after tomorrow. This is a reply. And here it says, still we will wait for you. For what? Not, it doesn't go with this. All of this will go with this? No, definitely not. Check which is the correct answer. We have discussed enough. Very good, children. Okay, you have to reply your friend. Oh, well, never mind. You take leave, man. Do your work and come back. We'll see you the next day. We'll see you the day after tomorrow. This is the reply. Now, we are moving on to the next header. Choose the best option to complete the dialogue. Do you need any help with your luggage? You are carrying heavy luggage. Okay. Somebody, your friend or some known person, whoever it is asking you, do you need any help with your luggage? Do I have to carry some of your luggage? And what would be your reply? No thanks, I'll manage. No, I don't help. Yes, I'll carry it. No, I don't believe strangers. Okay. So now think. Come on. Very good. No thanks, I'll manage. This is the polite way of saying, even if you don't want that person to carry your luggage or help you in any many ways, you have to say, no thanks, I'll take care. No thanks, I'll carry. No thanks, I'm comfortable. No thanks, I'm good. This is the polite way of replying to a person. You should not be very harsh. Now let's move on to question number 7. Look at the screen. Number 7. Jack and Nick are having some conversation. Jack is asking something and Nick is replying like this. Yes, of course. How much do you need? So, this shows Jack had asked for some help. He wanted something and he asked for something, and for that Nick said yes, of course. And also look at this sentence, this question. How much do you need? So he asked for something and Nick asked a question, how much do you need? So for this question, Jack replied, I need just enough for taxi fare. So taxi fare, definitely he might have asked for money, some cash. So must come here in this sentence. So let's see which is suitable. Nick, won't you help me with some change? That is, won't you help me with some money? Excuse me, could you help me? As I feel this is also correct, but look here, look at the screen. How much do you need? Is the question asked by Nick. Will this go with this? Excuse me, could you help me? Because in this, it is not mentioned what sort of help, right? So this will not suit the place. This is wrong. And here, give me some change. I need some change. These two sentences shows that there is no politeness. Can you see that there is no something is missing here? When you ask for help, we should ask with politeness. Can you help me? Will you help me? Or please help me. Okay. Just like that, plainly people talk. Get me that. Give me this. Bring that. Okay. That's absolutely wrong actually, children. So whenever we ask for help, we have to be very, very polite. And also, if somebody asks whether I can help you, when you say no, when you deny, there also you have to be very calm and polite. Your reply should be no thanks. Right? No, no, I will do myself. That's the wrong way of talking. You have to say no thanks. I'm comfortable. No thanks. I'm happy about it. So this is a way we have to speak. So here the correct answer is very good. Nick, won't you help me with some change? Yes, this is a request. Let's move on to 8th question. Read this 8th question, all of you. I have joined the Skyways Jet Airlines. Such a good news. Your friend has joined the Skyways Jet Airlines. It's a happy news. How would you reply? How would you react? Option A. Why didn't you tell? Will you ask like this to a friend? If a friend is giving you a good news, why didn't you tell? It's what your friend is telling you now. So this is wrong. I don't believe him. This is also wrong. Doesn't go with this at all. You are lying. Will you say like this to your friend? If your friend is giving a good news like this, will you say, hey, you are lying? No, no, you did not get the job. Hmm? No, right? Yeah. Then the last one is, really? When did you apply for this? Yeah. Come on, choose answer. Yeah, very good children. Got the answers? Now, question number 9. Look at the screen and read the question. Are you free for dinner in the evening? A friend is asking you, are you free for dinner in the evening? What would be your reply? No problem. Yes, I am not. Will you say, yes, I am not? Are you free for dinner in the evening? You say, yes, I am free. You should say, yes, I am. So this is wrong. Next option is certainly. What time in the evening? Certainly means surely. The next option is why not? Which will suit the place. Very good. Option C, certainly. What time in the evening? Number 10. Oh, my favorite ice cream. Thank you so much. Right? Your dad has got you some ice cream. When you open the pack, you're so surprised to see the ice cream. Your flavor. You like the flavor, probably. And you express like this. Oh, my favorite ice cream. Thank you so much. So, when you say this, what would be your daddy's reply? My pleasure. You'll say my pleasure. When someone says thank you, you have to say my pleasure, right? Yeah. Will you say it's not okay? No. Will you say it was so cheap that that's the reason why I got this ice cream for you? How will you feel? You'll feel bad. So definitely not this reply. Then will you say this? My children don't like it. That doesn't go with the situation at all. So the correct option is very good children. My pleasure. Okay. Hereafter, someone says thank you. Don't say it's all right. Ah, okay. Don't say like this and all. If somebody says thank you, you have to say my pleasure. Pleasure is mine. This is the way you have to reply for thank you. Don't forget. Okay. Now, choose the sentence with correct punctuation marks. Number 11. Mm, Read the sentence. Samir, Jatin and Vijay are my cousins, note here, cousins, friends. There's no full stop, there's no comma, only the starting letter is capital letter. So now you have to check where are you going to use capital letter, where are you going to use comma, where are you going to use full stop or question mark or exclamatory word. Look at the options. Definitely these names are proper nouns. They should begin with capital letters. Samir, yes. Jatin, J. Vijay, V. These three must be in capital letter. Is it not? Yes. Then cousins, friends. Cousins, friends. So you're so showing some possession in this. Is it not? Whose friends? Cousins, friends. So this should carry apostrophe yes. Samir, Jatin, and Vijay are my cousins' friends. It's a proper statement. Show, and so here it should end with full stop. Check. Now you check. Comma also should come. Where? Very good. This is a perfect one, right, children? Samir, comma, Jatin, and Vijay, capital letter. Can you see? Or my cousins, apostrophe s, and then friends, full stop. Let's move on to 12th question. You are going to find out the answer. Ashmita is leaving for the USA tomorrow. Check. I'll give you a few moments for that. Very good, children. Now, question number 13. Is Seema coming to the Andaman Islands? Is Seema coming to the Andaman Islands? You can listen to my sound, intonation. So you have to check whether it is a simple statement or question mark or exclamatory sentence. Is Seema coming to Andaman Islands? It sounds like question mark, right? And starting I should be capital letter. Seema, yes, should be capital letter. Then Andaman Islands. It's a proper noun. So Andaman A should be capital letter. Islands I should be capital letter. So now check which is the correct answer. Very good children. This is the correct answer. Got it? Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Number 14. Where do you live in Newark? This is for you. You are going to find the answer. Take some moments. I'm waiting. Come on, come on, come on. Where do you live in New York? Very good, children. So, this is a question. And W should be capital letter. New York, N capital letter, and York, Y capital letter. Where do you live in New York? Number 15. Dimple and Sheena were invited to the party in Hotel Taj. Check for the punctuations. Check for the capital letters, comma, anywhere necessary. Dimple, Sheena, Hotel Taj. These three are proper nouns. Dimple D capital letter, Sheena S capital letter, Hotel Taj H and T should be in caps. So end with full stop. Where do you have that kind of sentence? Come on, check. Good. Very good. Very good, children. Dimple and Sheena were invited to the party in Hotel Taj. Check. Can you check here? Yes. This is wrong. This is also wrong. And why this is wrong? Option D. Were invited to the party in Hotel Taj. Yeah, this is wrong. So this is only correct answer. Number 16. May I help you? May I help you? Is it a sentence? Just a sentence? Or interrogative sentence? That means question mark should come. What kind of sentence is this? Come on, think. This is for you. This question is for you. Very good. May I help you? Question mark. May, M should be capital letter, and I, this I should be always capital letter, children, because when you denote yourself as I, that should be in capital letter. Number 17. I said don't touch the flowers. As I told you, this I should be in cap letter wherever it is, in the beginning or in the middle, anywhere, okay? I should be capital letter. I said don't touch the flowers. After said, will you use comma or not? Think. After that, will you start with capital letter or not? Don't touch the flowers. And after that, will you keep full stop? This is a dialogue. So will you open quotation somewhere and close quotation somewhere? Think about all these things. Very good. Note the point here. I capital letter after said comma, open quotation. Don't, D should be after quotation. When you start the quotation, when you start writing in within the quotation, we have to start with cap letter D. D-O-N apostrophe T. Don't. See, nothing is here. Don't touch the flowers. Then full stop. Then only you have to close the quotation. You have to keep full stop. Note this point. This is very, very important. You have to keep full stop. Then only close the quotation. Okay. If it is a question mark, you have to put a question mark. Then only you have to close the quotation. Quotation mark, closing quotation should happen always after the full stop, after the question mark, after the exclamatory mark. Okay. Don't forget this. Number 18. Hooray! I won the match. Yeah. What is this? Exclamatory sentence. Very good. So, where will you use capital letter? Where will you use the exclamatory mark? Here. Very good. Hooray! It should be starting, no? It should be in capital letter. Then you should use exclamatory mark here. As I told you, wherever you use I, that should be in capital letter. won the match, full stop. So check the errors in the other sentences also. This is wrong. This I is wrong. You cannot use exclamatory mark one time here and one time here. That is wrong. It should be full stop here at the end of the sentence, is it not? Yeah. And here what is the error? There is no exclamatory mark. So this is wrong. And here this I is wrong. There is no capital letter. So this is wrong. And there is no exclamatory mark here. Here only I've got the exclamatory mark. So this is wrong. Clear, children? Here, children, you have two questions on the screen. You're going to read the question yourself. Read all the four options. Find out the correct answer. I'll give you few minutes, few moments for question number 19. I'll help you in reading. Did you plan a tour to Karnal Karna Lake? How does it sound? Come on, come on. Easy only. I'm hearing some of you saying the option. Correct? Check. Very good. Look here. Did you plan a tour to Karnal Karna Lake? So this sounds like a question. So there must be a question mark at the end. And Karnal Karna Lake is the name of a lake which is a proper noun. So K, K, L should be in capital letter. And always starting should be in capital letter. That's all. Okay. Very good, children. Very good. You got the correct answer. Let's move on to the next one. Take some moments and find out. I'll read the question for you. Prince and Smith will go for an outing. Come on. Think, think, think. Get up. Very good. Here is the answer. Prince and Smith will go for an outing. Prince, P capital letter. Smith, S capital letter, because both Prince and Smith are proper nouns. Will go for an outing. Full stop. That's all. Yeah, now we have achievers section. Hot question. Choose the correct option to complete the conversation. Ravi and Maya are talking. Ravi is asking something. When did you reach the station? Maya's reply. On 5 o'clock, over 5 o'clock, at 5 o'clock. God only, God knows. Which is the correct answer. Yeah, very good. At 5 o'clock. For timing, you have to use at. Here is question number 22. Megha and Beena are talking. Megha says, let's eat out. Look at the screen. Megha says, let's eat out. Beena is replying, take my order. Can I order here? Wow, this sounds a nice idea. Take that back. So, what should be the reply of Beena? Very good. This sounds a nice idea. So, every day we are eating at home. We are held up with work. Today, let's go out and eat. Let's have some nice time. Let's get some fresh air. So, and that's the reason she says, wow, this sounds a nice idea. Yes. Now, question number 23. Bob and Tom, they are talking. Bob is asking something. Do you like living in London? So they both are living in London, or Tom is living in London. Bob is talking to him over phone. This should be the situation. Bob is asking, do you like living in London? So Tom says, yes, I do. Yes, I like to live in London. The day I first arrived here was dash for me. So this shows Tom is very happy to live in London. So a blue letter day, a red letter day, a green letter day, a yellow letter day. Which will suit the place? I'll give you the answer. Probably some of you would have got the answer. Check your answer. Yeah, a red letter day means an important day. A very, very important day, a very interesting day because something appealing happened on that day, which you feel like having in your mind ever. Fresh memories. You call that as a red letter day. The day I joined the school was a red letter day for me. That means something special happened on that day. Or even you could say, yesterday was a red letter day in my life. Why do you say that? You can say that if something happened, something interestingly happened in your life. Do you understand? So you can use this, a red letter day. If something important happened in your day-to-day life, or earlier if something had happened, you can mention a red letter day. Now you know what is the meaning of a red letter day? Yes? Write a sentence using a red letter day and post in Teams. Let us check. Let us have a conversation. That will be very interesting. Okay? Okay. Choose the correctly punctuated sentence. This is achievers section, so you got two more questions like this. It's all revision, hot questions. Okay, number 24. Anita lives at 10 Bajrang Bali Colony. So, come on, think. Where will you use capital letter, comma, full stop? After number, you should use comma. I'm giving you one clue. Good. Very good, very good. Anita lives at 10 Bajrang Bali Colony. Anita, proper noun. Bajrang Bali Colony is a name of a colony, so it's a proper noun. So Anita, A caps. Bajrang Bali Colony, B, B, C. Capital letters. After 10, after the house number, comma. You understand? And now you can check what are the errors here. All these three are wrong. Can you see Bali, 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 small b. All these are wrong. Number 25. He said, where can I get shelter? Just by just at a look at the sight of the sentence, you can check what is wrong here. This I is wrong, right? Yeah. And then check what else is wrong. This H. H should be capital letter. And where is a comma after said? There should be a comma. After comma, you should open quotation. It's a dialogue. It's a direct speech. Open quotation here. When you open quotation, the first letter should be in capital letter. Remember I told you, we discussed. Yes. And this I should be capital letter. Then after finishing, we have to close the quotation. Is it not? Before closing the quotation, something is very important. What is that? Full stop, question mark, exclamatory. Yes? Yeah, now check which is the correct one. Amazing children. You have done a very good job. You got all the answers? Yeah, very good. So, spoken and written expression punctuation is done. You have to go through the video again, play back, listen, understand. Okay, children? So, we'll meet in the next session. Take care. Bye bye.